solidarities. Whose law? Our law.
Today, we're going to talk with you today about what to do when the police are hassling you.
That's right. Time and time again, we've seen people make mistakes when dealing with the police and get into trouble because of it. And frankly, it's starting to piss us off.
Yes, Anna. So we're going to talk with you today about how to better protect yourself and your friends when dealing with the police.
The clip you're about to see was sent to us from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
Free D.C.
What we're about to see is an example of what happens when you don't know your rights.
Today, we will have a city void of babies and children and homeless people. Finally, we've taken these public schools and emptied them. We certainly have enough trees, and we have way too many parks. It's hard to... So listen up, 'cause you can't say nothing. You shut me down with the push of your button, but it's hard to believe, just 2 years ago, this was a homeless shelter. Now it's luxury condos. I'm money rich when I blow up the handle. What could it be? It's a run. You're scheming on a thing to sabotage. Look at your handiwork. Yeah, you got if you want. What a mess. Hey, where do you think you're going?
Oh, I was just leaving.
Do you know anything about this pie?
No.
Is that whipped cream on your shirt?
Yeah, I just brought the pie along. I didn't do anything.
You're coming to jail.
Oh, no.
We got the evidence right here, see?
No, I didn't do anything.
It's not looking good for you. Got 5 eyewitnesses that say you gave her the pie. Now you better work with us, or you're facing 20 years for assault, misuse of dairy, conspiracy to commit felonious pieing of a public official in furtherance of terrorism, and threatening the security of the homeland. That's a lot of weight, but I'm looking out for you, see? You should hear what she's saying. She's singing like a bird. She's saying you're the brains behind the operation. That was all your idea. Is there anything you want to tell me before we lock you up?
Dude, you gotta believe me, it wasn't my idea. I was just helping her.
Her?
Lady Cream. She's the serial pie thrower you guys are looking for. She's done about 15 pies this year. Remember when the Andrew Jackson portrait got pied at the National Portrait Gallery?
Yeah.
That was her.
How do you know?
She was over at my house that night bragging about it.
That's the kind of thing I want to hear. I have to have you sign this card. It says you understand your rights, and we'll get you a lawyer later. Attaboy. Now, all that other stuff you told me, I already knew it. It's alright. It means you're honest. But you're going to have to answer some more questions if we can cut a deal. Where does she live? Who is she friends with? What other groups are you a part of?
Yeah, we used to hang out together. We've done a lot of crazy things you guys would probably like to know about. They're planning a double pie tomorrow.
You're doing the right thing, son.
Yeah, I'm out. I pled guilty to one charge of misdemeanor accessory for pieing. The judge gave me 1 year probation, and I've got to pay $100 to some victims fund. I heard the prosecutor tell the judge that I gave them a lot of really good information. Yeah, I know, I see that now. I really messed up. I got myself in trouble, and I got a lot of other people in trouble too. Yeah, especially Lady Cream. I heard they're charging her with a bunch of felonies. She's never gonna trust me again. I didn't know that cops could lie to you like that. I just wish I'd kept my big mouth shut.
Boy, what a sad ending that was.
Yeah. I can't believe how many mistakes she made.
I know.
She should have just kept her mouth shut. The only thing she should have said is, am I free to go?
Right. And if you're not free to go, you say, I am going to remain silent, and I would like to speak to my lawyer.
You know what, Anna? Let's say that all together.
I am going to remain silent, and I would like to speak to my lawyer.
Yeah.
I know. And did you see, Andrew, what the cop didn't say?
Oh, you mean the Miranda rights?
Right.
Yeah. Those rights you always hear about on TV? Yeah, the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the fact that anything can be held against you in court. Yeah, the cop is required to tell you all those rights before they ask you any questions. But oftentimes they don't. That's why it's up to us to know our rights and assert them.
Exactly. And the other thing it's really important for our viewers at home to know is that cops lie. There is absolutely nothing in the law that prohibits cops from lying to you.
Yeah, that's right, Anna. I mean, they do it all the time. And that was the first mistake she made, was to believe a single word that cop said.
I know. And then, what a big mouth she had. But I guess we have to understand the situation, the pressure she was under. She was facing felony charges. She was alone, scared, overwhelmed.
Yeah, and that's why they do it. It's a tactic, right? It's called overcharging.
Right.
Yeah, so most of those crazy, scary charges, those felony charges, never even make it to the courtroom. They just use it against us in the moment to intimidate us.
That is true. And then, what about that card? The question about the card the cop wanted her to sign.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no way to know what rights she signed away. That piece of paper could have said anything.
Exactly. The only thing you should ever sign is orders of release from jail. And in most jurisdictions, that's called a notice or a promise to appear.
A notice or promise to appear, huh?
That's right.
Well, in D.C. we have something else called a post and forfeit. It's something the viewers at home should look at if they're arrested in D.C. What it means is you can pay a small fine and waive your right to a trial in exchange for getting out of jail. So all you have is an arrest on your record, but no conviction.
Right. In some cases, it could be a good option. But you should never sign anything else. No property slips, no right cards, nothing else without talking to your lawyer first.
Anna, despite all those mistakes she made, she got off pretty easy. I mean, there are communities in D.C. where this tactic of overcharging is used against them every day, and they are actually convicted. So that's something to keep in mind.
That is so true, Andrew. Well, we want to thank you for joining us today. Justice and Solidarity hopes that you walk away from this episode with a better understanding of your rights and how to defend yourself on the street and in police custody.